Welcome to my crazy, chaotic day. Would you like to see why one of my shorts is entitled Spaghetti Brain Mess or Messy Spaghetti Brain, whatever it is, because I can't remember now at this point, and it was literally 10 minutes ago since I filmed the video. Should we have a look around? Let's have a look around. It's the job one I have to get done is clean up. The laundry is in various stages. We've got dirty laundry kind of randomly everywhere. We've got cups and stuff randomly everywhere. Beds unmade. There's a faint odour of dog and musty clothing. You know, just general, the house has been lived in. Even if I don't bother doing Alyssa's room, which I need to because otherwise I get through all the laundry and then all this comes downstairs. So I kind of need to do her room too. But even if I don't bother with the kids' rooms, there's still a lot to do and we'll get to it. Craig's room's not so bad. But like I say, even if I completely ignore the kids' rooms, there's still a lot to get done. Let's have a look downstairs. So, where I did manage to get some of the lawn mowed, there's now grass clippings everywhere because the grass is that long, the box doesn't pick it up, so it's just everywhere. Random razor blade on the floor, as you do. There's laundry in here. I still haven't picked up this damn lino to clean under here because there's a mushroom under this that's spreading spores everywhere. So I killed it with vinegar and, I mean, you can see where the vinegar's bleached the floor. Still haven't dealt with it. I need to take the lino up, get the underlay out, destroy it, and then clean or replace the lino so there's no mould spores in the bathroom. Not got around to that yet. The mould around the bathtub. I've got the stuff to do it. I haven't got the time to do it. So that's staying there. Dale's cacophony of stuff. I don't even know what to do with it anymore. I want to be supportive and leave it out for him so he knows exactly where it is. But this mess is making my brain have puppies. Kittens and puppies. These mirrors. I want this back up on the wall. I don't know what this one. Paint I picked off of the wall. It was from here. But I picked it off and now it's there. So I've got to clean that up. In here, the curtains don't even get opened anymore in here. The light just comes on and that's the end of that. I've got clothes to take upstairs. I've got the dog like, Mummy, why aren't you taking me for a walk? You know I'm the priority in the house. Yeah, I guess he kind of is because he can't take himself for a walk. Clean. Needs putting away and sorting out. More crap everywhere. Crisps. Rubbish. He doesn't use this anymore. And you can't take the inner out to wash it. And you can't wash the whole thing because you can't wash the styrofoam inner. But you can't take the styrofoam inner out. So literally now it's dirty and manky. It just has to be thrown away because you can't wash it. My kneeling pad for the garden. Just an old curtain. It's just there because, well, why not? Let's leave it there. Cleaning cloths. The tumble dryer blew the RCD the other day, so it had to be taken apart, let to dry out. So I couldn't get any laundry done yesterday. Now this is dry, everything can go back together. It has been switched on and tested. It isn't tripping the RCD anymore, so that's great. I do have insurance on it, but I tried contacting the company to try and get the insurance to come make sure the machine is okay. They're ignoring me. Well, so I might be stopping payment on that because what is the point? So we've got laundry to do. We've got this because clearly when you spill, you just leave it. And even if I put a countertop saver there, the countertop saver is just going to get filthy. So onwards. Bins. Because I only work part-time, my responsibility is part-time worker, full-time house worker. So I'm working full-time and part-time. And this is my responsibility. Got to take that out. Got to clean the bins as well because they're filthy and they stink. Had pizza last night, so, you know, here's where that stays. More rubbish. That's mine. I don't know why it's ended up on the kitchen floor. It wasn't on the kitchen floor, but clearly that's where it is now. This milk went off yesterday. I tried to make a cup of tea. Ooh, it stunk. But Still a little bit of milk in there, but we're going to deal with that later. Washing up everywhere. I did manage to get this done, the washing up done. That's as far as we got with that, because I have that many chores and responsibilities to do. I get halfway through one job and have to get on with another job. Like with the dog walking, I can be halfway through doing my house, and I've got to take the dog for a walk. Halfway through the gardening, and I've got to get the laundry done. I never get to complete one job. Okay, so the garden in question, we started. The garden is just a bloody mess because I never have time to do anything. So I got 90% of the way through the lawns being mowed. I don't want to film the neighbour's garden, so we'll stay here. So this is our long grass, that's our short grass that I managed to mow. And the mower ran out of petrol, so I have to go and get that. It peed down with rain all of yesterday, so I couldn't do that. But now the grass I mowed is catching up with the grass I haven't mowed. It was too long, so it's literally all over so it's literally in the grass, so I have to do that. And I have to try and stay on top of it, but I haven't got time to stay on top of it. This I did all weed the other day. I've got some weed spray just to get the big ones out that I couldn't get out. But all the plants need feeding today as well, so I've got to feed the plants. Fence needs repainting. The other side of this needs weeding. The veggie patch is no longer a veggie patch, it's just a weed patch. So yeah, the veggie patch is just a weed patch. And at some point I have to get on top of dealing with this cacophony of mayhem, and I don't have time to do it all or any of it. Excuse the hair, being out in the garden in the wind, not great. So yeah, I have to try and stay on top of the garden, because if I don't, it gets too much and you can't stay on top of it. I have to stay on the housework, because if I don't, no one has clean clothes, I haven't brushed my hair for 2 days because I don't know where my hairbrush is in this mess of chaos. But I also have to walk the dog, because the dog cannot walk himself, and that's not fair on the dog. I've got the entire house to do. I've got the dog to walk. My head is banging. I'm stressed up to the eyeballs, and I'm hoping if I have a little rant before I get started, may help me process things and actually get stuff done. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to be the case. I am going to take some painkillers and I'm going to walk the dog, because no matter what else gets done, he does need a walk. So let's get on it. Getting ready to take the dog out. I've just heard a scream outside. At least I assume it was a scream outside. Could have been the voices in my head having enough and letting loose. Who knows? Everybody is out on his walk. It's very lovely today. Alright, next job. Now I'm home with the dog. Feed the different plants. Yeah. The dog's he's literally just got back from his walk and now he's pestering. He wants to go in the garden. I do not understand why the lid on this baby bio bottle was so hard to get off. Most bottles you press down on the top and it twists. But no. You have to squeeze the sides and twist. I won. The baby bio bottle lost. We've got to do a capful to every 2 litres. Do you know, it's so hard to remember what plants have what and the strength of what plants have what. From someone who is very much not green fingered, remembering all this stuff to do to, like every 2 weeks is hard. I have to remember what plants what now. You get a slug. Look, look, look. You'll get some. Look, 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 look. You'll get some. I've got another spider plant somewhere. Where have you gone? That's right, my brain is so overwhelmed and kerfuddled, I lost a spider plant. I actually lost an inanimate object. But there you go. Now, it may look like some of these plants are getting overwatered, and actually they probably are. But what I do is overwater them, then anything that leaches out the bottom and isn't absorbed quickly, I can tip away. So they're not going to sit in water forever. Hopefully, I will remember to tip the excess water out. Okay, next up on who gets to be, on trying to be a grown up. What do we do this with? Oh. Okay, half a cap and 1 litre, that's 2 litres, so we're using a whole cap. Not quite 2 litres, I'll top it out before I go out. Yum-tastic. Just going to top it up. I really wish I had time, on top of everything else, to keep the garden looking immaculate and manicured. Manicured's the word. I literally, like I said earlier in the video, I'm so overwhelmed with the amount of stuff I have to do every single day. It's just too much. I am remembering every 2 weeks to feed the plants though, so they can battle against the weeds. So many plants in this poor garden have lost the battle against the weeds, but I'm making sure I'm keeping them strong. And you know, one day soon my lottery win will come in and I will have a fortune to spend on plants and decor for the house and garden, and I will have the time and the energy to actually do it all. So keep everything crossed. Think big for me. I want a lottery win, a big lottery win. And last but not least, my acid-loving plants, ericaceous-y ones. How much am I doing of this? We're doing 50 mils. Carpet appreciates the fertiliser it's getting today. Probably doesn't, but there you go. Not much I can do about it now. Okay. Let's go and do them outside, what need it. In amongst the nettles, do Jake's grave. Do the magnolia. Can't even see the rose to fertilise that, but we'll sprinkle some on anyway. Gonna come back with the weed stuff for the roses. Not the roses, the stingers. I actually found, what are they called? Azalea. So give that a nice feed. I've got another azalea somewhere along here, but I think it may have passed away from neglect. Another azalea. Need to come back with the weed killer around that one. That's that done. Another azalea. Hopefully this one can be saved. Done. And my poor little rhododendron. Hopefully I can get it to flower. Oh, and before I run out of ericaceous food, another magnolia. There we go. Everyone's happy and fed now. I think that's everybody. Next on my list of responsibilities, fishy food. There we go, happy fishies. More feeding, bloodworm for my froggies and my tadpoles. They are in there somewhere. You obviously can't see them because the water's green. These guys are going to be released later today when my husband gets home, because just trying to carry that whole fish tank over to the pond to release them is just going to be a nightmare. So let's pop some bloodworm in for them. Once that defrosts, they'll eat that. Okay. In putting the camera down to film this shot, the tripod got wrapped in my shoelace. I don't know how it managed it, but it managed it. I swear, inanimate objects aren't inanimate. They have a mind and a life of their own. Let's hope that is so you don't do that again, you little knobhead. Right, last but by no means least, mass spathers. Okay, so Luther over here, he looks quite full in his abdomen, so I'm not going to be feeding him. It's really a judgment call on how often you feed them. The smaller the abdomen, the more they need feeding, really. Decca's looking like she could do the feed. So I'm going to try not to disturb her too much. Okay. Sorry, Decca. Yeah, baby. I know, all done. All done. You can stop spraying your hairs now. This is why we don't handle them. They like to flick their hairs and get very upset and aggressive. So they stay in their tanks. That's not Decca anyway, that's Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte is scared of her food. Actual Decca. Yeah, no, mate. Decca's already sensed hers is in there. She's hungry. Charlotte doesn't look hungry, and Lucifer certainly isn't showing signs of being hungry. So everybody is happy. Woody will be fed later. So for now, animals, plants taken care of. Let's go and clean. My first job is putting the tumble dryer back together. As I said earlier, somehow water had got somewhere it shouldn't have done, and it was tripping the RCD, which is our main electronic circuit breaker. So yeah, had to take all that apart, let that dry out, and meant I haven't been able to do any laundry for like 24 hours. And in this house, 24 hours without doing laundry is a long time. I may as well have not done any laundry for about 6 months. So I have got a lot to get through once this beast is reconnected, set back up. And what's brilliant is, for once, the laundry sitting in the washing machine for 24 hours, 48 hours, is not because my brain forgot about it. It was because I couldn't help it. So, yay, that's one win for the day at least. I did think the stupid thing had broke the power again. That's why I checked that the washing machine's still working. It is still working. I don't know what's up with it. Okay, you like that cycle, do you? Why are you not doing other cycles, you crazy machine? Anyway, I haven't got time to argue with you today. We're going to carry on. And carry on we do. I've got to get through a mountain of washing. This is only some of what's left. I haven't collected any from the bedrooms or the bathrooms or random areas around the house where people like to just take clothes off, like socks and jumpers and stuff, and just strew them everywhere. So I need to get up to the bedrooms, and I need to collect the rubbish, and I need to collect the laundry. Sorry, bud. Good lad. I love that Woody's so used to what happens now. You just say, sorry, bud, or hop off, and he'll jump off and he'll sit at the end, and he'll wait for me to shake the bed in, remake it and tidy everything. And then he'll look at you like, am I allowed back on now? You say to him, yeah, you can get back on now. And he'll jump back on. At night, when we go to bed, he will stand at the end of the bed and rest his head on the foot of the bed and wait to be told he can come up. Then he'll cuddle with us for a little while and then he'll go back downstairs. Woody isn't a very companionable dog. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's the word I'm going to use because it's the only word I can think of right now. Woody will spend his entire day up here alone. He has full reign to come downstairs. He can be wherever he likes in the house, at whatever point he likes. He's not confined. He chooses to be up here all day on his own. And then when we go to bed at night, he'll spend 5-10 minutes cuddling with us. And then he'll go and stand at the door and be like, I want to go downstairs now. And he'll go downstairs and he'll sleep on the sofa. Again, he has full reign during the night. He can go wherever he likes. He can come up to the bedroom with us. He can sleep in the kids' rooms. He can't sleep in Alyssa's room. She keeps the door shut so the dog doesn't eat baby cat's food, which is fair enough. But through Woody's own choice, he chooses to spend his time in the house on his own. He will zoom around the garden for as long as we let him. And there you go, he's back up on the bed now, back in his pride of place. He will choose to be up here. He will choose to stay downstairs. The only time he chooses to have contact with us is when we take him for his walks. And to be fair, even then, most of his walk is spent off lead because he's fully off lead trained. And he chooses to run far, far ahead of us. Like I say, he's fully under control. We can down him, sit him, recall him, make him go left or right, whichever way he chooses to go, or we choose to go. But he will be far ahead of us. And it's like, this dog doesn't want to be with us. Mind you, quite frankly, sometimes I don't even want to be with me, so I can't really blame the dog. But yeah, just a little quirky insight into my lovely border collie. So I have decided to do some of Alyssa's bedroom. I have to collect this laundry, I have to take the rubbish down, and I have to take the washing up down. Because if I don't, otherwise, I'll get the whole of downstairs clean, it'll be nice and relaxing, and then Alyssa will be like, oh, I need to clean my room. And she'll bring it all downstairs, and then I'll have to cry. And I don't want to cry. I was in such a bad mood, well, an overwhelmed mood. It wasn't really a bad mood, I was just overwhelmed at the beginning of this video. And I know if I get the whole house clean and she brings all this stuff down, I'm going to be sad. And I don't want to be sad. My mood is changing around from overwhelmed to feeling on top of things and feeling quite happy. So I don't want to feel sad. So I'm going to clean her room. Now Craig is on his course with the Prince's Trust, I can get in here on weekdays. I always normally get in here, but I don't generally film in here because he doesn't want to be on camera, which is fair enough. But given that he's always in his room, I can't film in here. So now he's at the Prince's Trust, you get a rare glimpse into Craigie's room. I am going to be redecorating this room very soon. It's been a number of years and this room needs a refresh. Craig's growing up now and the room just needs an overhaul. It's just something we've never got round to. Like I say, he's always in here. And it's a tad hard to decorate and do things when there's a person in the room all the time. So he's off to college in September. Hopefully that will give me more time to be able to decorate his room. But for now, it's just a quick clean up, quick tidy. Craig is a very clean, tidy child anyway, so it doesn't need a lot of doing. As you may remember from the beginning of the video, this lino, this bathroom, has a mushroom growing in it. I have done my research on it, and this is a toxic mushroom. Fantastic. I have killed the mushroom with white vinegar, so it's no longer alive. But it does mean that this lino is obviously going to need pulling up and replacing at some point. That point is not going to be today. I have more than enough to get through, and pulling this lino up is not going to be on my lists. The mushroom, like I say, has been killed. It's no longer a danger to any of us. So me leaving this mushroom infested lino down, well, it's not really going to be a massive problem. It is something that does need attending to, but on my list of priorities, it's right down there at the bottom at the minute, given that it's no immediate threat to health, life, or anything else going on. So we're just going to ignore it for now and carry on and try and get everything else done. My bathroom, as any of you who have been here for a while will know, is absolutely tiny. It's like a postage stamp. This I'm cleaning now is the sink, but you can't see it because it's hidden behind the door. And literally, like right behind the door, is our toilet. You can't open the door fully if you're sitting on the toilet because it will smack you in the kneecaps. Another little joyous quirk about my toilet is that we have been through umpteen toilet seats. Many different toilet seats, makes, brands, sizes. They never fit properly. For some reason, this toilet bowl is either a couple of mils or a good inch or so bigger than any toilet seat we can find. It's the wrong shape to fit the toilet seats. I don't understand why. My hair's looking awful in this. It's naturally frizzy and curly, but with the extra humidity and the heat, it's making it even worse. I would love to know how to control frizzy flyaway hair. I might get it straightened at the salon. I don't know. Anyway, for now, it really doesn't matter. I have a couple of days off of work and I'm cleaning, so we have officially hit lunchtime. Yay! I have got quite a bit done, despite the rocky start this morning. Battery's nearly dead, so I'm going to go charge my phone, have a cup of coffee, sit down for a little bit, and then get started again once my phone has charged. I have no idea why we've got this dining table. It's basically just a glorified shelf. We don't sit at it as a family and eat meals. We occasionally sit at it for birthdays, maybe Christmas. It's probably used a couple of times a year. That dining room is just a dumping ground, and I'm sick and tired of it. I'm just going to move on to the living room, which I'm also sick and tired of. But hey, let's have a little dance and get stuff done anyway. Our sofas, they're just a dumping ground as well. In fact, any flat surface in this house seems to be a dumping ground. Oh dear. I think we're all just tired and overwhelmed. I mean, Dell works between 10 and 12 hours a day. Alyssa works pretty much every day as well. And I'm working part-time, 20 hours a week. Sometimes more. I mean, if we're busy at the hotel, then I will be there longer. If we're quiet at the hotel, then I won't be there quite as long. But we all come home from really hard days. And then everybody's like, I need attention. We all need attention. As human beings, all of us need attention at some point or another during our lives. And we come home and we're so exhausted that we're giving each other the bits of attention that we can, and the house isn't receiving it. I want so much for this house to be a complete blend of us all, and for it to all tie together, and when you walk in that front door, for there to be a little piece of each of us that you can see, that connects and makes this house feel like a home. Because at the moment, it is just a house. It's a house that we live in, that keeps our head dry and keeps the cold out for the most part. This house is not a home, not really. I mean, it is a home in the sense that we all live here, but it just doesn't feel tied together. It feels like disjointed, and it's not really working. But that's enough moping from me. Let's jog on, get happy, because we've got a lot more stuff to get through before this day is over. Now, I am not going to make you sit there and watch me fold laundry for what felt like forever. I am going to, through the magic of editing, skip to actually putting it away. Some of this stuff needs ironing and hanging, but this lot can go straight upstairs. Boop. I wish housework really was this fast. I'd be doing it every minute of every day. My house would be immaculate. Unfortunately, it's not this quick every day, is it? I spend ages editing these videos because literally my housework takes me all day. All freaking day. This is my life, cleaning up. Although, to be honest, I do spend an awful lot of my time sat around, stuffing my face. Yeah, there's a confession for you. I eat lots and lots. It's strange because I don't feel like I have any time for me. I don't have any time to work out. I don't have any money to go to the gym or buy fitness stuff or anything like that. But actually, if I stopped wasting my time doing things, like certain things, I need to do certain things, but if I stopped wasting my time with a lot of things, I could exercise every day. I could lose weight. I mean, you don't need to go to the gym to exercise. You don't need a personal trainer or equipment. Yeah, it makes life easier, but I don't need it. It's just an excuse. And I don't want to make excuses anymore, but that's been my default setting. I'm in my 40s now, and my whole life has been making an excuse for one thing or another. I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to be any other way. I'm trying. I've got this book called Atomic Habits. That's really good. And hopefully I can learn not to be so making excusey. It's not even correct English, but you know what I mean. I'm tired of taking these shortcuts, but I'm so used to it now that not taking the shortcuts seems like such hard work. When you come home from a shift at work, all you want to do is relax, like everybody else gets to. I've just worked the entire bank holiday weekend, and my husband has had the whole bank holiday weekend off. He got to relax. He got to do things he wanted to do. He got to watch films on the telly and sit around drinking cups of tea and doing what he wanted to do. When my daughter has time off work, she gets to do what she wants to do. My son, if he's not at his course with the Prince's Trust, he gets to do what he wants to do. I get to come home and start another job. And it seems honestly like putting effort into me is just too hard. There's not enough left of me to invest in me. I'm just too run down and tired and overwhelmed with it all. And like I say, I know that if I just stopped complaining and I just got on with it and stopped wasting time, or what feels like wasting time, I would have more time to myself, more time to do the things I want to do. But when I get the house to myself, I want to just relax and watch telly because I don't get to do it often enough. I don't even know if I'm making sense here. I feel like I'm just rambling. But I guess all the default parents out there will understand. When you get time to yourself, that's all you want, time to yourself. But then you know that all the stuff out there is building up, waiting for you. So then you spend your entire time to yourself feeling guilty that you're not doing that thing. And it never actually feels like time to yourself. You can never actually just enjoy relaxing. So it's not time to yourself, it's not relaxing. So every spare minute you get is spent trying to relax and feeling guilty about it. And then it perpetuates itself. You're constantly not relaxing, trying to relax. I don't know, it's just too hard. I need to change the way I think about a lot of things. It will come. I was in a good mood. Oh, see, my mood changes like the British weather. One minute I'm up, the next minute I'm down. I don't know whether I'm standing on my head or my feet sometimes. My bins are that overflowing. I actually have to get a second bin bag to pick the off the top. So I can actually take this bin bag out and take the rubbish out. I don't understand why it's so hard to empty the bins. Bin is full, take out bag, take outside, replace bag, done. It just never ever happens. Never. It's crazy. Like Jenga with the blooming bins. Why? I'm tempted, honestly, to just wheel the outside bins into the kitchen. And then once a week we just have to wheel it out to the front door. Although, to be fair then, the wheelie bins would just end up staying in the kitchen. And this wall really needs repainting. The floor needs bleaching. More jobs to add to my never-ending list of I need to get done's. There's no hot water and the immersion heater takes an hour to warm up hot water and costs a fortune, so I'm just going to use a kettle of boiling water to do the last bits of washing up. The washing up is another job that never ever seems to get finished. It gets washed, gets left on the draining board, people take what they need from the draining board and use it, and it gets washed again. Why? Why can it never get put away? If you do the washing up, put it away. I'm just as bad as everyone else in this family, but why is it so difficult? Why can't we just finish a task and just get it done? The laundry. It will get washed, if you're lucky. If it gets washed, it'll probably get dried. If it probably gets dried, it'll probably sit on the sofa for about a week until I put it away. Why? Why can't we just do a wash load, dry a wash load, put it away? I don't understand what's so hard about completing tasks. While the washing up is drying off a little bit, I'm going to tackle this little stainy mess. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to stain the countertops too badly. It kind of just sort of, I don't know, dampens the white a little bit. Kind of makes it more tan and cream than actually white. But there you go. I'm just going to give it a quick clean. I hate the smell of bleach. Hate it. Disgusting. I can't stand it. So I will not be bleaching my sides. I am, however, going to invest in some black sticky back plastic stuff. And I'm going to do the sides with black instead of white, because white seems like an incredibly stupid blooming choice for a kitchen with people that spill this much living in it. So yeah, there will be black, sticky black plastic formica, whatever this stuff is called. I really need to refill my tea, coffee, sugar jars. There'll be a nice ASMR video coming up very soon where I refill these, and hopefully it'll look really pretty and really nice and very satisfying. So keep an eye out in my shorts for that coming up soon. as I've mentioned before, this kitchen is so tiny. Those bottles on the side won't actually fit in our cupboards. They have to stay on the side, which means we lose even more counter space. There is not enough room in this kitchen for everything that needs to fit in it. We are going to get a smaller cooker, so hopefully we can get a dishwasher in here, which will cut down on the amount of washing up I have to do. But as you can see, with the fridge on top of the counter, the tumble dryer and washing machine out here, the entire end of the kitchen is pretty useless apart from that tiny little area for making teas and coffees. This small area here, which fits about 4 saucepans on, is the only counter surface we have. It's incredibly tiny out here. Probably smaller than the no, it's not smaller than the bathroom, but it is incredibly tiny. It's ridiculous. Nothing fits in the cupboards. And even if it did fit in the cupboards, that whole back wall that you can see I'm looking at here with the window in it, mould. Absolutely rife with mould. We have tried to get them to come out and have a look and sort it, but because it's behind the kitchen counters, they don't want to rip the kitchen out to treat the mould so we can actually put food and other stuff in the cupboards safely. Thankfully, the top cupboard where we do keep our food is fully enclosed and backed, so the mould hasn't yet made into that cupboard to cause problems for our food. But that does mean we only have 2 tiny cupboards to store food in. The bottom cupboard, well, you can only use half of that anyway because it's one of the blind corner cupboards. That is A, full of mould, and B, you can only use half of it, so that would be pointless to store in. We need to earn a lot of money so we can knock through and extend the kitchen. Oh, that would be bliss. Although then there'd be more for me to clean. My last job for the day is sorting out the laundry. If I don't do this, bits end up getting missed. Like there'll be one white sock that doesn't make it through the white load. There'll be one random jumper that doesn't make it through the wool load. So I sort the laundry out. I also do this because it's just so much easier then to grab the load, fling it in, done. I can also shout through if someone's in the kitchen and the washing machine ends, you know, can you bung the next load in? And they know, they just pick up the pile off the floor, sling it into the machine, throw in a wash sheet and whack the program on. I also do it in program order. I know it's incredibly anal of me, but I do it so I do my 40-degree washes and then go down to the 90-degree washes. So I don't end up putting delicate items on a 90-degree cycle or stuff that needs a boil wash on a 40-degree cycle and it not get properly clean. So all my laundry is done in temperature order, colour order and generally ease of drying, because I find if I get the stuff that's easy to dry done early in the day, I can then iron it later in the day. Whereas if I get the towels done first, obviously I don't iron the towels and I end up with a pile of laundry for 2 or 3 days because I don't get around to ironing it. Anyway, I'm really sorry this video has been a waffling rant of rage and overwhelm and chaos, but you know what? Sometimes we just need that. And for all you default parents out there that are trying to work and manage a home, I hear you. I feel you. This is hard work, especially if you've got pets involved. This is hard work. Just remember, guys, you have to prioritise yourself sometimes. And if that means that the laundry doesn't get done for a couple of days, or that you get a takeaway instead of cooked dinner, sometimes that's just what it has to mean. That's Woody's little bit of input. He just wanted to say goodbye as well. I really hope my whining and moaning hasn't put you off and you come back again soon. I do enjoy making content for you guys, and apparently my family enjoys making mess so I can have content for you guys. I love you all, I love my family, and I will see you all again soon in the next video.